This is the WKBN High School Football Game of the Week pregame show. Sponsored by Loudon Motors Ford and Bearded Brothers Moving Group.
Go get it now, baby. Come on. Blasts his way for a first down. Lets it rip, and it's caught inside. Blasts his way. Open field. Breaks another tackle. He's to the 35, the 30.
Well, you love the gutsy play call right there.
Another one for the highlight reel. Downfield, it's caught.
At long last, the high school football season has arrived, and what better way to start than with a battle of state powers as we kick off season number 23 of the WKBN High School Football Game of the Week. I'm Chad Krispinski alongside Ryan Allison. What a way to get the season started.
Yeah, two good teams and one of the biggest rivalries in the area. South Range and Springfield have both played on the big stage in recent years. Tigers, of course, reached the state finals twice over the last 4 seasons. And the Raiders, the reigning state champs in Division 5.
Yes, they are. Let's take a look at tonight's matchup notes. The Raiders have won each of the last 2 matchups in the series and are looking to make it 3 straight here in Week 1.
Prior to that streak, it was Springfield who had won 2 in a row in the series. And tonight they'll look to avenge last year's 30-point loss to the Raiders.
Let's take you back 1 year ago. South Range hosting Springfield, and the Raiders put on an offensive show. Raiders quarterback Billy Skripak tossed a pair of touchdown passes to speedster Shane Lindstrom as South Range came away with a 37-7 win. Following last year's dream season, the winds of change have blown at South Range.
That's right. Legendary head coach Dan Yeagley retired after that state championship run. He led the Raiders program for 28 years.
Taking the reins is South Range graduate David Rock. He's very familiar with the program, having served as defensive coordinator for the past 6 seasons. Let's now take a closer look at the defending state champion South Range team. New head coach Dave Rock has some big shoes to fill in his first season on the job. He takes over for Coach Yeagley, who piled up 248 wins, 3 regional titles, and 11 10-win campaigns.
And how about this? Entering tonight's action, South Range has piled up 30 consecutive regular season wins. They haven't lost a regular season game in nearly 4 years, and they have lit up the scoreboard with at least 34 points in 30 of their last 32 games.
Now, South Range lost a lot to graduation, but one player that's back is senior running back Blake Ewert, who led the team in rushing a year ago.
Yeah, Coach Rock says Ewert is a hard worker, and he is bigger, stronger, and faster than he was last season. He's a quiet player that leads by example, and this year he will be counted on to carry more of the load after rushing for more than 1,000 yards and 13 touchdowns as a junior.
Ewert brings plenty of speed to the table, but he told us he loves to hit people, and if he gets the chance to run someone over, he'll do it. He loves a couple of big-time bruising backs in the NFL, Derrick Henry and Saquon Barkley, because both of them are big hitters and also very quick. Springfield has taken notice.
He's a downhill runner. He's not going to try to be very fancy. He's going to get downhill, run you over, always has the chance to be able to, and break it for a touchdown. He's very explosive. So for us, we need to make sure that we're Simon Sound. We got to try to contain him and not let him get downhill.
I know he's strong. He's quick, he makes good cuts. He's got a really good line of block for him. I mean, he had over 1,000 yards last year as a junior. That's pretty good. But yeah, no, him coming back, I mean, we're preparing for him.
When we come back, we'll turn our attention to Springfield. The Tigers have their sights set on a conference title and a deep run into the postseason. You're watching the WKBN High School Football Game of the Week.
You're watching the WKBN High School Football Game of the Week pregame show.
And welcome back as the countdown to kickoff continues. Let's now turn our attention to Springfield. Now, it wasn't that long ago that the Tigers were playing in the state championship game. Simply put, this is a program that knows how to win.
No doubt. Now, they did start slow last season with 4 losses to 4 really good teams. Then they ripped off 6 straight wins, qualified for the playoffs, and won a postseason game in the process.
Head coach Sean Guerrero has some very high hopes for this fall, entering his 17th season heading up the Tiger program. He's led them to 115 wins during his time as head coach.
Springfield has been one of the most consistent winners in the Valley under Guerrero. They've posted 54 wins over the last 5 years, and they're riding a 3-game win streak at home.
Now, helping the Tiger cause this fall is the return of Colton Ruark. He's back for his second season as the Tigers' starting quarterback.
Yeah, Coach Guerrero says Ruark is more than capable of those deep throws. He's got a strong arm, his footwork has improved, and he's seeing the field very well, which is where he's progressed the most from last fall. He threw for over 1,400 yards and 20 touchdowns last season.
Now, Ruark told us that he sees the game a lot better now and has a better understanding of all those defensive coverages. He's a dual threat and says he's surrounded by great talent in terms of skill and also up front. He admires Chiefs quarterback Patrick Mahomes and the way he throws the football. South Range, well aware of what he brings to the table.
You know, he has a great command of the offense. I was really impressed by him last year. We saw him in his first game as a starter, and I thought his poise, the way he handled the offense and got him lined up, and just the command that he had over the offense was really good. Obviously a big, strong kid. You know, even last year when we saw him in the scrimmage tape that we had traded, a mobile guy, athletic guy, got a big arm, great baseball player, and I'm sure, you know, with a whole year under his belt, he'll be even more dangerous this year and more experienced, more confident. So he's going to present a great challenge for us.
He's a smart player, tough. I mean, big kid. If he's not, he'll run through you. Like if he can't get around you, he'll run through you. I mean, smart. You good. You can throw the ball, run the ball. You can do it all pretty much.
Let's check out our keys to the game for South Range. The run game is critical. The Raiders are looking to establish a ground attack, and on defense, they're looking to shut down the Tigers.
Springfield, on the other hand, looking to protect the rock. The turnover margin will be key tonight, especially in a rivalry game. And finally, both sides are looking to be special on special teams. These games often come down to a critical kick or a game-changing return that could decide the outcome.
Should be a lot of fun. The spotlight is shining brightly on high school football's biggest stage. We're just about ready for kickoff. It's week 1 of the 2023 season. South Range and Springfield next in the WKBN High School Football Game of the Week.